Good evening, memers, dreamers, and schemers, and welcome to another edition of AVIANART. This is a round three of the Nightingales musical chairs with Mr. Ed 3 and versus Someone 325. My name is TJ Maelstrom, and my co-commentator is not here at the moment, and I expect him to be dropping by shortly, so hopefully we'll get him soon. Until then, I'm going to try to keep things going, keep things fresh. I am not a solo act, so you'll have to forgive me for that, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Let's see here. Mr. Ed is on the left using Homer Simpson, and someone is using someone. I don't recognize them. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Someone tell me who that is. Nobody tell me. I don't care. And we're off. Here we go. This is Why Is That There? And several times during the seed, we'll be asking the question, why is that there? All right, so we got a pair of dueling 20s at the Sanctuary and the Link's Hut, so that puts someone ahead by 20 bucks. So we got, I saw two crystals and a pendant. Eastern is crystal, Desert Palace looked to be a pendant, and Hera was a crystal. They're all generic, no reds, no greens. So with this mode, why is that there? With there's a big key. I guess certain big keys are in the wild, and that is one of them. That is the key to Skullwoods. Unnecessary big keys. Keys that are not necessary for completing their respective dungeons. Other quirks about this mode include a fire rod, a bow-locked bow, and that's ether on Lumberjack. That's interesting. Hopefully we won't need that. A bow-locked bow, fire-locked fire, boots in a visible location, or Hookshot Cave. Ice Rod is super early or in the Turtle Rock, and Mimic Cave counts as such. So there you go. Pretty much most of the stuff. Otherwise, it's a open 7/7 seed. All right, so we're going to look at Kakariko here with a pretty dense location. That's what you got going on over here. Let's take a look over here. Well, someone is trailing a little bit behind, having started in a different location than Ed, so having a little bit more money. You got 2 medallions located already. You got Bombos in our inventory and Ether on the Lumberjack. Nah, there's no gaming happening here. A flute! Well, nice and early. Why is that there? Ha 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 ha! Okay. That's not actually part of the mode. What's actually really funny about this from all the times I've played this is that this kind of seed generates its own memes. It has programmed memes and it has what appears to be AI generated memes. And that is one of them. It's AI generated Plandos, right? Hey, a glove. We know why that's there. There you go, Mr. Ed getting lucky with the money. There you go, half magic. We got some stuff here. So this one, this particular seed seems to be all luxury, no substance right now. Well, okay, there's some substance. We'll need that bow to get the other bow. Yay! So you won't have to worry about sequence-breaking bow locations for a second bow. It'll either happen or it won't. It'll probably this is for all you Star Fox speakers out there. It'll probably be up in Ganon's tower. More than likely. I think that is the highest amount of items in that are bow locked is on top of GT. All right, so someone is just following in Ed's footsteps, and Ed is callously spending all of this money to require bombs, which I think someone will have to do. Free the chicken. Free the chicken. Man, no one likes to free the chicken. That sounds really nasty when I say it like that. Probably shouldn't say free the chicken. And welcome everybody from Riki of Koki Restream. All you joining here, this is round 3 of Nightingales musical chairs. Why is that there? Mr. Ed versus someone. Someone 325 specifically. Not just someone we picked up off the street. Although it'd be pretty funny if it was just, hey, you want to play Zelda Randomizer? Phil? Your name's Phil? Phil off the street? Yeah. You play Mr. Ed? And he'd be like, I don't know, I want to play a horse or something? Why is that there? Why? Seriously, why is that there? I'm asking legitimately, why is that there? Well, that defeats the purpose of Swamp Palace now, doesn't it? So once again, this is Mr. Ed 3 versus Phil, the non-rando player we found off the streets of, I don't know, Memphis, Tennessee, probably. The placement of these items, man, I tell you, there's some stuff programmed in this, but man, the seed just retorts with like it's got its own jokes, man. It's got its own better jokes. These jokes are so much better. Like, why is the sword on Desert Ledge? Why do we have Titan's Bit already? Why is the flute so early? I don't think Ed went to Mini Moldorm Cave yet. Probably will be doing so shortly. Someone is taking these bombs to town here, these Moldorms. And not quite having success with that last one. And there you go. All right. Ed wants nothing to do with the old man right now, and I don't blame him. It's kind of a slog getting through that. There's a bottle. And a mirror. Well, there's your access into Tower of Hera. For whatever that's worth. We don't really have a weapon that can make anything useful with that. Mr. Ed just dropping down. What the heck happened there? That deck was like, sorry, not accepting new passengers at this time. Get the money. Mr. Ed knows. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give him what he wants. I'm not going to give him what he wants. I know what he wants from me, and I'm not going to give it to him. Oh, someone is taking an unfortunate death on the way to Ice Rod Cave, but fortunately that flute is nice and helpful. I see you, Mr. Ed, trying to make me say it. Not picking up 50 bucks when you know you need money. He's gonna regret that. Prepare to eat crow, horseman! Ooh, double whiffer. Retorts with a twofer. And the third bomb is successful. Please accept this $1 bill. There's a hook shot. And $50 more. So there's your access to more of Death Mountain. So we have several things we can do up there. And let's see if Mr. Ed has more success out of Ice Rock Cave than someone did. Someone being Phil from Memphis. Tennessee, that is, not Egypt. I don't know, it could be Egypt. Maybe he's from Egypt. He's so nondescript, he's from nowhere and everywhere all at once. If this were pro wrestling, we'd bill him from parts unknown. There we go. Now it's getting that sword, my Andium. And we got, let's see, a pendant in Turtle Rock and Palace of Darkness. With the red crystals in Ice Palace and Swamp Palace. Let's see if we can steal a glance at the medallion requirement for Misery Meyer. Can't really get a look at it. Didn't really see. It is setting up for a mirror glitch and manages to snag it. We'll be able to get these two chests here. For an extra heart container. Via 2 halves and 2 newly acquired halves. Can't really... I don't know what Misery Meyer entrance requirement is. Someone is not having a lot of success finding anything here in Eastern Palace. There you go. See? Alright. Okay. Mr. Never Punished. Fine. At least he got that money. Sword number 1 for Mr. Ed. Sword number 2 is in Swamp Palace. Along with the Titan's Mint that we'll probably never see. So someone did not scout that sword over on Desert Palace yet. That is a regular big key for Eastern. Small key to Desert on the torch. Looks like Desert is boot locked. Just as well, it's a pendant. And really nothing going on here in Desert Palace, so time to leave. That's a different big key. That's for Ice Palace. All right. Sick Kid is going to receive his bottle. We're going to get a co-payment here. We have a $20 bill. You got a $20 bill. Get your hands up. Right, this is going to be Eastern Palace for Mr. Ed. Let's see if he stops by the Hospitalist Hut and gets that hook shot. Looks like he's probably going to follow up with that, if he remembers. I'm expecting a Moon Pearl to be up on Death Mountain. That's the next step in the chain that we need to acquire here. It's pretty much gating the rest of the seed. We're running out of options here. We have no fire source that puts us into Aga. We have no hammer, which gets us Dark World to access another way, or gives us... What does the hammer do for us right now? Really nothing until we get to the Dark World, so that's irrelevant. Yeah, there's really nothing that can help either Ed or someone, except for the Moon Pearl. So maybe the Flippers? The Flippers will just end up leading to the Moon Pearl anyway. Yes, I am speaking logically, however. I am speaking wholly logically, in a logical sequence of logical things. The only logical thing to appear is a logical Moon Pearl. Would you prefer an illogical Moon Pearl? And if so, you should be playing a different mode. Like Inverted Chris Miser. Hello. I am finally joined by my co-commentator, Furious Prince.
I apologize for such a long delay.
Don't! I think I can do this by myself. You can go. Hello and welcome. Do you need to be caught up on what has happened thus far?
Please.
Okay. I forgot. Alright, so far we have found a flute that was in... I think it was in Kakariko in one of the... Yeah, it was in Blind's Hut. 2 gloves, one in Kakariko, another inside of the dam. So we got a flute and glove and a mirror, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, you go to desert, get something, but there was nothing in desert. There was a sword on Desert Ledge. We have a hook shot out of... what's that place called? It's the hospital side. Yeah, that's the one. That's the ticket. And a bow, which is why both Mr. Ed and someone are now going through Eastern Palace. But there was nothing in Eastern Palace, so whatever. Anyway, next logical step is to go up the mountain, probably get a Moon Pearl, possibly Flippers, but only then proceeding to Moon Pearl.
Alright, I think I'm all caught up then.
Cool. Alright. I guess I didn't really forget. That's great. I'm happy. I'm happy I didn't forget. There was some debate on whether someone is like someone or just some guy we picked up off the street. But I don't know. Phil from Memphis. But we're not sure if it's Egypt or Tennessee. We never did make that determination.
Hmm. Yeah, both these runners have made huge progress to get to this point in the second stage of musical chairs.
Well, they would have to if they're here.
Yeah, it's really nice to go and see these two playing Why Is That there.
Yeah. I've already asked that question at least 3 times, and not for the prescribed items. Oh, we have an ether on Lumberjack. That was the other thing. That has potential future implications.
Yeah, that would probably get you questioning why is that there.
But I didn't see what Misery Mire medallion requirement was. Looks like Ed is not going to forget that hook shot in Sahasrarla's hut. It could be worse. Could have been Boots. That would have sucked.
Well, thankfully part of the mode is just that boots either have to be in Hookshot Cave or in a scoutable overworld position.
Correct. We don't have access to Hookshot Cave just yet. We still need that spherical object, which is stopping us from continuing. Hey, you're gonna get some vanilla moon pearl? You think that's gonna happen?
Oh,
See that?
that would be wonderful.
Really? Why? Why? Like, who cares? What's so good about that?
Well, if you're gonna go for memes, go for it 100%.
So we've gone so far in the other direction that vanilla stuff is memes now.
Pretty much.
All right.
We've been randomizing this game too long.
Yeah, we know where we stand, everybody. You've seen it. We've been randomizing this game too long. We need to reset it. Shut it down. Someone not having a successful time harapotting, and that someone is someone.
Cody making the point in chat that Ether is in fact for Meyer. They checked the VOD.
Oh, well, there you go. Then that's gonna facilitate an Aga play at some point. That's annoying.
Beer, I agree with you. Why is Ganon?
When is Ganon? How is Ganon? Someone was slightly ahead here, but not having a successful time harapotting. And Obsta just bailed. Just bounced. There's our Moon Pearl.
There's our Mumpar.
Right on schedule and totally in Tower of Hera as I predicted. This whole mountain is just Tower of Hera. The tower is the mountain.
Well, this does give them access to go to Hookshot Cave. I think someone's forgetting that they don't have the Moon Pearl just yet.
No, he's just setting up a mirror location like Mr. Ed did just there. Or maybe they forgot and then remembered. Or maybe it's a cheat code. Did you ever use cheat codes when you were a kid?
Yes, but never really used the Konami code for, I don't think, anything in my life.
Oh, yeah. You're not that old, huh?
And someone about ready to go and get their Moon Pearl here as well.
Who is?
Someone.
Oh. Well, tell me who!
First.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Third base. And Boots! And Boots! And... Hey, Orion!
It's almost like you knew.
I didn't. It was a, conjecture. I didn't see what was on the island here that Mr. Ed is going out of his way for.
I did not either.
No, Ether's on Lumberjack.
I did not either. Missing that I in there.
I mean, it's pronounced the same way. Either. Oh, he needed arrows for some reason. Or maybe he just didn't scout it and just decided to just go after it. Or
It's
maybe he
entirely
just
possible.
really wanted arrows. Alright, so any ground that someone has gained here, Mr. Ed has caught up in because of unfortunately, those failed Harapot attempts.
Yeah, well, it's not going to ever be the end of the world. One thing that we do have to remind everyone is that while not every big key is wild, but the Tower of Hera big key is, just like some of the other non-required ones. So while they don't have the key now, Harapot is a huge time save. So you're right. Mr. Ed Save has probably covered all that ground by just doing Harapots.
Let's see if he gets it. He might mess up too. I mean, look at that face in Homer Simpson. He has no idea what he's doing. And he got it.
First try.
Yeah, first try. Fourth try. And someone is wisely scouting it, so they don't have to go through Hookshot Cave looking for it. What a smart guy. Oh, so of the wild keys, we did find, we found Ice Palace in the Eastern Palace Big Chest, and Skullwoods, I believe, was in Lost Woods.
Okay.
So pretty much the exact same spot where the fire rod would be was where the Skullwoods Big Key was, which is honestly kind of funny to me, dimensionally speaking.
Yeah. Mr. Ed making short work of Moldworm there.
Well, as short work as possible. Alright, so I think we're going to have to go back to Desert here. Desert Palace was boot locked with a small key being on the torch. And, we don't really have very many other places to go except for Zora. So I do expect...
Plug them into the computer to see if we can use the desktop audio, changing it over. Plug them into the computer to see if we can use.
Are we back? Oh, Beer says we're back.
Welcome, guys.
Oh my god, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Furious. That story was fantastic. You can never repeat that story, but it's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, we're back. Hey, all right, welcome. We're here. I didn't see anything that happened for the last 15 minutes, so all Shed is gonna have to catch us up. Furious Prince was telling me like the funniest story I've ever heard. It was so risque and so inappropriate. I can't even begin to. It's crazy. Like there was like Tijuana was involved in something, and I think he mentioned James Spader was there, like doing illicit act. You know, just have to tell him like, some others. Like, wow, it's crazy. Anyway, here we are. We're in Ice Palace and Swamp Palace, respectively. Because someone found flippers in Purple Chest. I did see that part. That part was cool.
Hammer on Stumpy.
That's where the hammer was. All right.
Where Mr. Ed found the cape, I don't know, because it doesn't look like it's tracked on someone's tracker.
probably somewhere at Tijuana, right? Right, Prince? Yeah, no. I think it was. Yeah, well, who cares? Anyway, we are in Ice Palace. I don't think we found anything of real significance in Swamp. It might be some time before Mr. Ed goes back for those flippers.
Well, if it wasn't Hype Cave, we'll find that out right now.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Johnny Two Bombs had it. There it is, yeah. Not all heroes wear capes, but Johnny Two Bombs does, because he's stylish.
Well, so far what we now know is that it doesn't look like Fire Rod was an Ice Palace. So this leaves us with what? Landmo, Hera Basement, GT? No, GT's not possible.
GT's not possible.
Yeah, so Landmo or Hera Basement?
Perhaps. Or perhaps it's just on Cold Stare. And everything is boring.
Fire extinguished, hamster kick, sound restored. Just get your 07s in chat for Cody's headphones. It sacrificed its life.
It died as it lived on Cody's head. Oh, is he actually going back for this? Don't tell me. This is Skullwoods. That's what.
Yeah, he has Fire Rod. Might as well just go do Skullwoods. It's already there.
Well, the deeper this goes for Mr. Ed, the less likely he is to get those flippers on the Purple Chest. I mean, you had Mirror, you have Mitts, you have Boots, so there's a lot of you have a flute, for God's sakes. There's a lot of incentive to do that. So if you're leaving it behind, he's doing it on purpose. So he's not going back there.
Yeah, unfortunately, that might just be the mistake that costs him here.
Yeah.
Because eventually someone will follow in those footsteps and go to Ice Palace and grab that Fire Rod, and Mr. Ed will just be left in the dark without knowing where those flippers are.
Yeah, the only thing that could potentially help Mr. Ed right now is a very, very harshly located red cane. That's pretty much all we're looking for. Everything else is a known entity.
I kind of hope Kane is in Spike Cave.
That could be fun. I don't think either person's going there ever.
Has either runner gone and checked Bunk Rocks now since they found the boots?
If they did, I didn't see. Because I was too busy panicking while the room was on fire. By the way, Cody's dead.
Cody has a new emote. Cody luck.
Cody.
And Beer, I like your thinking. Aga into Skullwoods.
So you can just go get that ether right afterwards, yeah? Yeah. Trying to think, where would Red Cane have to be in order for Mr. Ed to have a chance?
I honestly believe Spike Cave. They have the hammer. They have an invincibility item. They have half match.
You know, maybe Misery Mire. Misery Mire is probably the best place Red King can be that could help Mr. Ed.
That would be so much fun.
Yep. Because otherwise the scene is boring! My favorite part of this MSU, by the way, is when it screams at you. I've never been yelled at for watching the Flintstones. Okay, maybe once when I was 8.
Gee, Fred, what do I need 3 of them for?
Well, why do we want to swamp palace, Fred? We already have Titans boots.
Yeah, someone never even got their 3rd sword. Boring.
No, that third sword was literally on Argus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I looked down there for a second and it said Master Sword still.
You know how many times I've skipped that?
Beer, if it's there, Ed might just wanna call it now.
Yep. I like the attempt to hover over on the side where the Moldorms are like circulating. Because that's fun. My favorite part about opening that chest is watching that beetle just fall forever into the hole, slowly edging away.
Yeah, there's nothing like just watching an enemy drop into a pit.
Yeah. The only thing better than that is watching an enemizer enemy just spin in place as they're stuck on their tile.
Yeah.
Just rotate. Really, you can generate cities. You can generate power for cities by the rotational force of those enemies.
And never punished.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get punished for not getting them flippers off a purple chest. Oh, there's the sword. There's our 3rd sword for Ed.
Well, we're in no mode on those swords.
Indeed. All the information has been accessed.
So now we're just looking for Quake at this. Well, Quake and Cane of Samaria at this point.
Well, Turtle Rock is once again, Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Well,
We do not need it.
The cane is still needed for Mire.
Yes.
The cane and the and oh, you're right. Sorry for Quake.
That's what you get, Ed, for not doing Smith Chain. I mean, nobody likes to do Smith Chain, so I guess I can't blame him.
Meanwhile, Ed is giving Beer just a mental breakdown in chat.
That's kind of what Ed's job is.
Well, he brought the Simpsons upon himself. Greatest crossover in the world. The Flintstones, Mr. Ed, and the Simpsons.
I would love to see a Flintstones crossover with the Honeymooners. Did you imagine the shenanigans?
Okay, Ed remembered to go do Bone Crocs.
I guess they hadn't done that yet. Oh, good, a mushroom.
Well, I guess Magic Bat is the answer.
Well, in this mode,
Yeah,
well,
shovel on the mushroom.
yeah, you just might as well just go fake powder, but you can't. So, Mr. Ed will absolutely not be doing that Smith Chain because I know Mr. Ed's feelings about the Magic Bat. And finding the mushroom means an inevitable terminus at Magic Bat.
Nope, so he's gonna go with the biggest meme at all, Pendant Pod.
Probably find silvers. Well, possibly find silvers. I don't know. There's another bow out there. It's bow locked. Like my knees. Really nothing left to say unless we find that red cane.
Yeah, at this point, both these, well, Ed's making further progress, but someone is just following in Ed's footsteps at this point.
With the notable exception of the flippers.
Yeah, correct. Who knows? Maybe it's on left side swamp.
Ha! Did someone not do that?
I don't believe I saw them do that.
That's both items in Skullwoods accounted for. I did not see what the other one was. I found it. It was a red 20 and a heart container. Skullwoods, not in fact the answer.
Well, there's 3 items in Skullwoods in this mode because of that big key being wild.
You are correct, and I am incorrect.
That may also be why Ed didn't check the Skullwoods big bridge chest.
Ed was still looking for items. Probably just forgot about it. Us old men, we forget things like that. He's not checking the Bollock side.
He already did.
Did he?
Yeah, nothing
Ed
of
is-
importance over there.
Ed is not checking the Bollock side again because he already checked it. See, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish my sentence. If you had let me finish my sentence, I eventually got to the point, and it wouldn't have sounded like ridiculously stupid. So, yeah. Hey,
Did find
Yeah.
the big key down in the Stalfo's basement.
I found another big key down in this basement to Swamp House. Oh, that would suck. Red Cane was there. Okay, so that's the place where Red Cane has to be in order to bail out Mr. Ed. Oh, cool.
Just the one random Triforce piece.
Triangulars.
Yeah, unfortunately, finding that big key for Mr. Ed does absolutely nothing. But you're right. If the big chest in Swamp Palace does hold the King of Samaria, then Mr. Ed might have a huge advantage. He's just got to remember, go get those flippers from the purple chest first.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough sell, but we did get a really, really early bow, and it has really led to no progression. There was nothing in Eastern Palace. Well, there was okay. Eastern Palace didn't have anything on Armor specifically, which is what the bow locks. And the only thing we've seen out of this so far that could have any logical implications is that Swamp Palace big key.
Yeah, and then the question now just becomes, how long does it take for someone to go back to Pendant Pod and find that key himself or themselves?
That's what a ridiculous sentence. I mean, it makes perfect sense from a contextual standpoint, but when I think about the ridiculousness of that sentence in a practical sense, I laugh. Aha.
Some infighting here in chat regarding Lumberjack.
Screw 'em. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't think Ed's actually scouted that either. Now that I think of it.
Someone is a sword avoider, deciding not to grab that butter sword.
It is a bit out of the way for pretty minor upgrade as far as swords go. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but the gap between level 3 and level 4 doesn't feel as distant as 2 to 3. Welcome
Welcome,
everybody.
Raiders.
Welcome everybody from Radical Sniper Stream. Right off the 99th Radical Sniper, I have to specify. There are 98 others, and this is the 99th.
Mr. Ed going for swag strats with the bombs.
Oh, it chips the mask faster. Oh, God. Well, stick a fork in this seed. It's done. That's go mode for someone. Well, it's no mode. All that's left is to collect ether from Aga, and that's exactly where he's headed.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is now just someone's game to lose.
Pretty much.
Mr. Ed is just so far behind with not grabbing those flippers. He could eventually find that cane and would have been fine had he not skipped those flippers.
Right.
I don't know though. I've seen Mr. Ed pull out some big wins in this tournament so far, including the first stage of the musical chairs.
Right, well,
So-
what would Mr. Ed need to do in order to win this seed here?
Someone would need to die at least.
Oh
3
yeah,
times.
someone would have to die, and not in the video game.
Not the way Cody died though.
All right, not the way Cody died. Cody's actually dead. Like, wow.
That fire absolutely destroyed him.
Yeah. Oof. Burn up my sound too.
Cody, this is canon now. You died in a fire.
Yeah. Oh boy, we're gonna see Hyrule Castle here. We're gonna see Uncle. You know, the thing everyone always forgets to check and open, right? Mr. Ed loves late Uncle. I mean, there's one late Uncle right there. Ha, I get it, because he's dead.
Just scounging his pockets for $20.
Hey man, if you die and you owe me money, and that shit's in your pocket, hand it over. Alright, now we'll see if Mr. Ed actually scouted Lumberjack, or if this is just for items. Nope, just for items. Okay.
And escape it is, but you
Yeah.
can't escape from your problems, Ed.
How can you escape from the prison you carry yourself in?
We didn't say it, but just about 52 minutes in, someone is in go mode.
Didn't I say it? I thought I said it. Did I say
You
it?
said-
Did I say it?
You said stick a fork in it and call it done.
Oh. Well, you know, I think I was about to say that someone was in go mode, and then realized that ether still needed to be acquired, so I stopped myself, and then, you know, it's effectively go mode. You're right.
So Mario was in Graveyard Ledge. Just answering the question in chat.
Yeah.
Yuck, indeed.
This is because Mr. Ed skipped that 50 in Spectacle Rock. This is my headcanon.
Someone with the swag strats of boomeranging Aga to death.
I mean, there's not very much to do in this fight. It is, in fact, the most boring thing in this video game. I'd sooner do 3 tile rooms than this once. I think it would take just as long.
I coffee break tile room. I take just the cape and hold the wall for dear life.
There you go. But you gotta hold the button. That sucks.
Oh, and we're getting a catfish check.
I hope it's Quake.
Oh.
That's stupid. You're stupid.
It opens up so many more checks that pushes him away from where he needs to go.
It's honestly the worst thing that that catfish could have tossed him. I wonder if that's making Ed think about Desert Palace a little bit more.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Well, for you and I in no mode, yeah, but for Mr. Ed.
Yeah, the flippers are in the purple chest, Cody. Well, it's a red thing. Mr. Ed found a red thing. It's Dapper Dan Man.
Homer sees red.
What? Why did that thing just fly away?
Oh no.
Oh, we're doing this. They're getting... Homeboy's getting desperate. Alright, someone. You know what the people want to see. You know what the people want to see. And you got to give the people what they want. Nope, not here. Try again. Perhaps try Smith Chain, which is being deliberately avoided.
Your flippers are in another castle.
Your flippers are in a differently shaded chest. Oh, is this Hera Basement? That's what this is, isn't it? Oh no, this is Ether Tablet. What am I thinking? Oh, it might be also that. It might be also Hera Basement. Nothing. And someone is looking for this Misery Mire big key. Mr. Ed does not care about the Tower of Hera. He'd be right. It's not there. However, it's in neither. It's in none of the places he is opted to skip. It's in one of the places he's opted. Two of them actually, because he didn't do Graveyard Ledge. He had ample opportunity to do that when he was yeah, right there in front of Bumper Ledge. Just right there. Just dash down on over, mirror of the Graveyard Ledge, get your red cane, and then yeah, he'd have that. But that is a hard isolated thing. So basically, this seed is pretty much called for someone. It would take something catastrophic for him to lose this. The only thing we can do right now is talk about how much Mr. Ed is losing.
Yeah, and we hate to say it that way, but unfortunately, like, we both have to also be realistic that unless Cody somehow shows up at someone's house and everything catches on fire.
Yeah. Like, help, I'm on fire. Can you please assist? Send help. I think this might be the Smith chain. Or it might be, Thief's Town Big Chest. Yep.
Oh my god.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. He is just decided it's not in the Smith chain. That's the Mr. Ed I know. When he makes his decision, he does not leave room for a change of opinion.
It's the randomizer mentality. I was taught this very well during the mentor tournament, that once you've decided that something's not there, it's not there.
And then you see it there, and it's like, ugh. Nice looking fight from someone on Vitreous over here. Pretty clean.
Yeah, very clean. Getting a little bit low on health, but a very nice fight.
It's very nice. Very, very nice. Very sexy. Very sexy fight, yes. Very sexy fight. I can't wait to see what this isn't. Yeah, we'll end reach go mode by the time someone finishes. Sure.
Let's not kick him while he's down.
Man, you know what?
Oh my god, he's doing it.
Hey,
he's doing it.
He's doing it. He's gonna go to Swamp Palace afterwards, but yeah, he's doing it. I think he's doing it because he's literally run out of options. Yeah, he's got nothing left, except for actually Graveyard Ledge. Which would have been nice if he had checked. Instead, he'd be in go mode with these flippers, at least. No, he still needs to check... He still needs to check Lumberjack for Ether Tablet.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has Smith's Chain, which will then lead into Bombo's Tablet. You have Hera Basement, he can still check. King's Tomb, he can still check. He will just avoid everything.
Yeah, he's not getting it. He might get the Red Cane, but Ether, I don't know. Someone is just headed to GT, and this is just... Stop, he's already dead.
Ironically, a Simpsons reference with Mr. Ed being Homer Simpson.
Right. I thought you'd appreciate that irony. I thought you'd appreciate that. You could say that someone, 325, is on the monorail to success. I don't know why this works, but it does.
I don't like the way that those eyes are staring at us.
I know, right? I also don't know why that. I also don't know why that bonks, but it does. You were saying?
It just looks like it's staring right into our souls. Like,
Yeah.
I really left those there.
Yeah, he's always looking forward at us.
I wonder if Ed remembers which mode he's playing. Why is that there?
Why is that there? Game's got better jokes than the people who make it. No, I say Ed doesn't find the mitts.
First check. If he doesn't, I'll be surprised. Okay, second check, because that one has to be the case.
We don't count that one. Not unless it's a cross key seed.
And I think Beer's waiting for, will Ed ever find the mitts? Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I was always a Jikai Dragon Ball Zeto guy. I watched a lot of fan subs in my youth. I had to like buy tapes that were just copies of copies of copies of copies. Ugh, man, watching anime in the 90s was hard.
I grew up at the tail end of it, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Thank you, Cody.
Cody's on fire. It doesn't count. Right, hey, everybody, raise your hand if you're not on fire. Put your hand down, Cody. I don't care if you're flailing your arms in pain. Put your hand down.
He's recovering from that torn pec.
Has the strength of an 11-year-old. How would you rate this match on the Meltzer scale? Yeah,
Oh,
it's like-
easily 3.5 stars.
I think it's just a 2.5-star match.
And if you want to call us nerds in the comment section, you are more than welcome to.
It'd be 3.5 stars in the Tokyo Dome. Are you really skipping left side swamp, bro? Homeboy, you can't afford to be doing that right now. I know that you know it's not there, but bro, you can't afford to be doing that right now, man. This guy.
His mind has been made. If it's not in his head, if it's not on Argus, it doesn't exist. The game,
Wait,
the game is glitched.
Make more wrestling references or calm me down. just name a wrestling fact, go.
John Cena just got the world record for most Make-A-Wish is.
Oh, that's cool. That's more of a wrestling adjacent fact, though, isn't it?
Well, I had to keep something positive.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Beer. Thank you for teaching us.
I'm sorry, wrestling starts with a P. For professional wrestling.
Unless you're in the South. RASSLIN, that's wrestling.
That's wrestling. Or if you're even further south, wrestling starts with an L. Utsaribre!
I don't know, TJ. I don't think Cody's gonna let us come back.
No, I don't think so. Hey, I got to see the Great Muda in person last week. That was great. That was awesome. That was fantastic.
Somebody sent me a picture of him appearing, and I was like, "Who is that?" Because he just didn't look like Great Muda at that time.
Right? Well, he was the full getup, and he was slowly shuffling his way to the ring because he's like what, 60 something.
Oh, Cody, I'm so sorry for you.
Oh, you're from Cody's. No wonder Cody's on fire. See, living in Knoxville County. Oh, he's doing yes, okay. That's a clever way of doing that. I did
He
not
had me nervous though.
Yeah, I did not know the countdown persisted between screens. I'll have to remember that. Meanwhile, someone has already got the wrong medallion. Oh no, Cody! Someone ran out with arrows. Oh no!
And has put themselves to now having to mimic clip 2 rooms in a row.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is so bad. Well, this is the edge that Mr. Ed needed. I keep saying Cody. There we go. Hey, how did those arrows show up? I thought they were sprite locked.
Alright, Beer, I think you might want to throw up that prediction now.
I'm trying to think what Mr. Ed has left. Well, left side swamp now.
King's Tomb, Aga, and Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge.
Left side swamp.
Hobo? Is Hobo? It's Hobo.
Cody, I can send the hurricane to you if you'd like. You can grab all the water from that. Put out your fire. Yeah, Desert Palace, Ped.
A lot of isolated junk.
Somehow he found Quake so he could do TR.
Oh,
no, actually, sorry. No, he can't because he doesn't have Canis Maria.
No, but once he does, he's gonna go to Turtle Rock. That's like the first place he's gonna go. No, yeah. That's like the first place he's gonna go. This is Desert Palace. Okay. Someone is ascending the gauntlet and is just like careening ahead. Oh, he never actually checked it. He just sort of looked awkwardly and just didn't commit it to memory. I guess he just knew it wasn't Bombos.
Ed, you make me sad. Like, people want to cheer for the underdog, but I just don't know if I can at this point.
I mean, there's underdog and then there's self-sabotage. To be fair, I don't think Ed has really done any self-sabotaging. Maybe inadvertently, but certainly, you know, you make plays, you know, and you make choices, and sometimes they work out, and sometimes they don't. You know, there's the path you take and the path not taken. The choice is up to you, my friend. Silvers. Come on. Let's see him. Let's see the Silvers! Let's see him! We're gonna fake real powder. Hell yeah, let's go. There you go. All right. Well, why? Well, we know why that's there. We can. It's funny. The stuff that we can say that we put in because why is that there? We can't say why is that there for because we know why that's there, and it's dumb. Oh boy, we're gonna have to make a new Bad News Bears about this seed.
Zero sevens are in chat for Ed.
What a cycle for Agatu that was for someone. Hey, you know those episodes of like various TV shows where like the main story of the episode is like a big competition going on, right? And the show opens up with the protagonist getting his ass kicked at the game or the competition or whatever. Like this is the this is the opening of that episode. This scene. This is it right here.
Mr. Ed just now needs a redemption arc.
Right. They're playing some nonsense bullshit game you've never seen in your life. Like, what is this? No one would ever make this. But deep down in your head, you know we've played dumber.
Entire servers just have channels for cursed link to the past randomizer seeds.
Yeah. Like back in the days, we used to play games where like cats were like walking on the top of treetops, and we'd shoot them in the head and not ask questions. Way to dash into the moving rock. I love Mr. Ed. He's my favorite man. I love this guy. Let's make that perfectly clear. Oh no, what is this?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is this? That's why Desert Palace was so highly accentuated. Because it was logically required.
When we sit here and ask someone about where things were and he says, I don't know, Mr. Ed will have all the answers.
Yep. And for one final time in this seed, I'm gonna ask the question, what is Mr. Ed doing? I mean, why is that there? Why is that there? That's what I meant to say. I meant to say, why is that there? But it came out so
And there we go. Now he just has to make sure he doesn't fall off this 2x1 bridge.
What's holding this floor up? The day I thought of that, I'm like, I can't. GG to someone. Finishing 116.36. And Mr. Ed is beside himself in disbelief.
GG's to someone.
Who?
Who?
Someone.
And just like that, your suffering chat from our commentary is almost over.
Suffering? Come on. They haven't heard commentary like this in, I don't know, at least a day, right?
I think Mr. Ed saw the race time room and is still deciding to go for it.
Probably just wants to see what's in there.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'd be too curious not to look. I mean, it's not going to be anything, because we know it's simply for defeating the dungeon.
I just noticed what song is playing in this MSU and I love it.
I don't recognize it.
It's
Is that-
Fireflies.
Oh, is that because... Do I not recognize it because I am a boomer? Is that why?
It's Fireflies by Owl City. I don't know if I can say that without getting DMCA.
Why not? Just name the song? No. You'll be fine. I don't know who... I don't know what either of those things are. I know what Fireflies are. I've never heard Owl City before. Who are they? What do they do? Do they sing songs? Do they play music? Are they a jazz band? Are they improvisational jazz? Is this an improvisational jazz song? Hey, why does Mr. Ed's menu look like level 9 from Zelda 1? Okay.
Please be shield.
Ease be a shile. It says ease be a shile. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
looking at the official race time room, someone finished with an official time of 1 hour and 16 minutes and 36 seconds. And Mr. Ed forfeited the race at 1 hour and 16:42.
Who the heck is interrupting us here?
Hello, it's me.
Oh,
Hello.
It's just the guy. It's just the guy who won. Who cares?
Yeah.
and our runner up. GG's guys, both of you.
And
No, I'm just the loser.
yeah, sorry, I'm trashing
Come on.
the whole.
Oh wait, I should have done this. All right, I resized that wrong. There we go.
Yeah, it says ease be a shile. Is that what
East
you
There
be
we
a
go.
child.
Ease be a
Oh,
shile?
no, wait.
Is that Yiddish? Do you speak Yiddish, Ed?
It is. It clearly is Yiddish. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I absolutely deserve to lose. I just didn't want to do Smith Chain, so the flippers were bad, and
Right.
Death in the Overworld that felt bad, and then it's like, hey, I'm gonna go believe in Pod. Yeah, that was a big mistake.
We unfortunately just at some point we all kind of just were like, "What is he doing?"
Well,
Oh no.
I mean,
I'm
I saw,
memeing.
yeah, I saw what you were doing, and it's just unfortunate that every decision you made had everything you decided to skip intentionally had a piece of progression in it. It was just the worst luck.
Of course.
It
I
was the
mean,
worst-
like
it was
I
the
could have I could have checked Bombo's tablet when I got those flippers, but at that point it's like, well, I don't feel like wasting time. And then on top of that, it just didn't feel good that I didn't even know what the medallion to Meyer was when I was bunny walking. So like I had no clue. And when I did Big Bomb and I got Quake, I'm like, okay, perfect. I got a 2/3 chance. And then it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to Meyer, maybe Kane is Smari there. And then I saw, okay, that's Ether. That's just absolutely fantastic. So hey, let me go finish Desert for literally nothing.
Yeah, that
And
either.
then
Yeah, that either you failed to scout was pretty suck ass. Like that whole
not a
area,
shock.
that whole area, like you got that sword and you had the opportunity to scout the ether, and scout the red cane, and instead neither, and that sucks.
We actually had started discussing. It's just like, well, what could have Mr. Ed make a comeback? And obviously the number one thing was going and grabbing your flippers.
Emulator crash.
Well,
Honestly, well, we discussed that too. We discussed fire.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot less morbid than what I came up with, but it's neither here.
Uh,
we we had obviously said Flippers was your number one, along with your Samaria. But we noticed that you ran out of arrows there at the top of, or at the start of the gauntlet.
Yeah, that was
No
fun.
worries. I know how to mimic clip. It's
Yeah,
fine.
hey,
Just
We
doing
were-
it for the memes.
Yeah.
We had unfortunately thought, Mr. that you were gonna go and do Agadim when you walked in there, and then we watched you walk over and do escape, and it's like, oh no.
yeah. Just we just knew everything wasn't. So
Mhm.
with every new thing you did, it's just the gap widens. And you
Yeah,
were ready.
yeah,
course,
there's.
Yeah,
The
Wait,
question
so
was usually always started with,
what was on Lumberjack? Was it Samari or Ether?
That was Ether.
Ether.
Mario
Ether.
was Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. It was all right there.
Oh, perfect. Then I would have probably. I'm sure TR access is probably either Bombos or Quake, and then I'm sure I would have probably gone in there. And
Yeah, I was speculating
well.
that. Yeah,
it
I
was
think
it
it was
was
Bomba.
Quake.
It was Quake. Okay.
It was Quake, even better. Perfect. Big
Yeah.
Bomb was necessary to get into TR to get my Ice Rod. Nice.
We had
Mhm.
unfortunately feared that when we saw the Swamp Big Keef there in Pod, that that might have also been one of your only chances had it been had Samario or Ether been inside the Swamp Big Chest. But can we ask about skipping left side swamp?
I mean, I didn't have the big key, so I'll just come back later.
I was
It-
in
I don't
desperation
know.
mode.
Right.
Oh, instead.
No,
Yeah,
no,
makes sense to
that's
me
also good.
too.
No, like someone that's a really good response. Like leaving
Well, I'll
yourself
put
incentive to come back with the big key. Yeah, that's something I didn't really think about.
well for me, like when I was going through, I'm thinking, well, I know that there's a sword in Swamp, and up until I got to Argus, I'm thinking, all right, perfect. There's going to be a sword there, and then an item that I probably don't care about. And like I just was thinking, all right, well, I don't know. Basically, I was kind of thinking I was just gonna be trying to find Samaria. Again, I didn't know what the medallions were.
Oh, right.
So
Mhm.
then when I got the sword, I'm like, okay, well now there are definitely two items on left side. I said, screw it.
Mhm.
I said, and at that point, it's like, all right, well now I got the flipper checks, I got big bomb, I got enough things that opened up that I didn't do before. So I'm like, all right, I'll give this a whirl, and if it's not there, then oh, okay, I'll go to Meyer, and then again, oh yeah, never checked out the medallion,
Yeah, it was
and
just everything working against you and just everything coming up. Someone had a very incredibly serendipitous route.
Yeah.
Just stumbled right at headfirst into everything. Made all the correct decisions. Just it was
Yeah, went to Eastern
yeah.
first, got the hook shot, and that got me Dark World access, and then I found everything else.
Yeah, it was you guys were pretty much in tandem until Smith Chain. That was the point. That was a huge first point of deviation, and then
that was yeah, that
just
was
yeah,
that was
Mhm.
just that was just by choice. It's like, you know what, I
yeah.
don't really feel like doing Smith Chain. I
Who
was more
does?
focused. Yeah, in that case, I was more focused on finding Hammer, and then lo and behold, Stumpy had Hammer, and at that point, it's like, okay, well, why? Like, especially at that point, it's like, okay, why? In my case, why bother with Smith Chain when it's gonna feel slow? When at that point in my mind, I thought I might have just been in Samaria and Flipper's Go mode, and I don't know, 45 minutes later, I was still in Samaria and Flipper's Go mode. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Because then at that point, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go try to find the fire rod. So I fake Flipper to ice, got the fire rod, felt good. Um, then I did, so basically my idea is I was gonna do dungeons with a sprinkle of overworld. And then yeah, I'll put it this way. I made a hard, fast decision just to say I'm not going to do Smith Chain at the time. I just didn't really feel like wasting time, and also I never was going to scout Lumberjack. I just wasn't. So
Right.
even if someone's console or emulator crashed and he had to start from scratch, he probably would have still beaten me. Because again, I never would have checked it. I would have gone right to it at the end and be like, wow, okay, that's just absolutely terrible. So,
Pretty much like someone's route was just so. I hesitate to say the word flawless, but there it was.
It was
Like just
clean.
yeah, the seed was the race was pretty much dictated by what you had by what Mr. Ed had not done versus what you guys had.
It
Well-
really. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is just me on lessons on last locating.
Yeah.
That's all I
Lit-
do.
Or non-locating is this.
It really just felt like the name of the mode played up to itself because having Ether there on Lumberjack was definitely a why is that there?
Definitely had good.
Yeah, why is
jokes.
that there?
Why is that there?
Also, why is the big key against tower in tile room?
Oh, it was even in tile room. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Same
where
re-
were I'm gonna guess where silvers are. Silvers are pre-mold arm chest.
That is correct.
All right, I
Yeah.
got something right. I know I know that they got to be in GT because I did all of pod and yeah,
All right.
there's no
You
bow in
guessed
the
that
Bullock
correctly. You
section.
win. We're taking the win away from someone and giving it to you. I can't actually do that. I'm sorry. I don't actually hate someone. Just.
No, you're good.
Any other final thoughts, guys?
I'm happy to find all of the non-required big keys.
Yeah, I'm still missing 2 big keys in the book.
Yeah, let's answer that question.
Oh, would you like to know? Would you like to know where said items are at?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Catfish has the book,
Yeah, Fish has the book.
Nice.
and Green Pendant Turner has the hair big key, and that's where I was at when you finished, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I suck.
That's right. Yeah, Mr. Ed did unravel the logic for Tower of Hera.
Well, good thing
I had
logic
even
is
made the comment. I had even made the comment that you were going to come in here missing all these other items, and Mr. Ed was just going to have a notebook filled with all of them.
Yeah, the notebook he got off a catfish.
I looked at that book, I'm like, oh great, more checks for me to do. This might work out to my advantage, and
Yeah,
no,
I just
yeah,
saw.
no,
I just.
no.
It was just groan inducing. Like, all right.
Dude,
Here
this
you
was
go.
this was a perfect seed, especially when I just was not paying attention when I got the third sword from Bumper Ledge, and I took a death, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't really care. I don't really care about Graveyard Ledge, so it's like, yeah, whatever. Because basically it was all right. Well, I'm in the area. I'll check Graveyard Ledge. I could check King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks whenever I see fit. But basically, I had Pod in the mind anyways. It's like, hey, you know what? Flip. In my mind, Flippers are gonna be there. Samaria's gonna be in Swamp. Everything is gonna be golden, and I'd be all set, squared away. And it just didn't work out that way. So then from there, everything worked in a way to where it deviated me from what I needed to do. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna YOLO Thieves Town Big Chest for a heart. Now I'm gonna do Smith Chain, get the flippers. So okay, screw Bombo's tablet. I do Swamp. It's like, all right, well, whatever. I got the Swamp Big Key, so it's like, hey, maybe that might be something. No, of course not. Then it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna do the flipper checks, Big Bomb, this, that, whatever. Of course, none of that panned out. And then yeah, turning in Green Pendant, getting the Meyer big, I just kind of shook my head. I'm like, okay, well, whatever you say, game. And yeah, thank God someone finished really quick to put me out of my misery. So again, GG's to you, someone.
Yeah, GG. That was a pretty fast seed for me, at least.
Yeah, if you make all the right decisions, the fast.
Yeah, I made the right decisions. Yeah.
just go where the items are, five head.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
All right.
very well done, someone. Very well done. Fantastic time, real short. 115 is that's a breeze. Flew right through that. Well done.
All right, and with that, we are going to wrap up our Nightingales group finale. GG's again to someone. GG's to Mr. Ed. And we are going to be rating Pool Float after this stream is over. So stick around for that. He will be doing a Truest Pot Hunt, which is a 420 out of 420 Triforce Hunt.
Oh boy, we're memeing the memes now. This is where we're at. Shut it down.
We hope you guys enjoyed this race of the
I didn't.
Nightingales. And we will see you in the next one.
Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't mean to come across like jerky, but yeah, I did. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you again to TJ for hopping in and helping me out with these comms. And thank you for Cody for